Okay, so then the second part of that there. What are you looking for in an investment? You see a lot of decks. Yeah. What is it that sort of gets you over the hump to invest in a company?
So, the return is important, but it's not the driving factor, right? If we think we're going to make money on a company, the God's blessed us. We're doing quite well at the Gulas. So if we see a company that is fun, has got people that we can trust, people that are going to do something after this round. Like this is the thing I say, and you'd be surprised how often it doesn't. The best thing somebody can say to us during a pitch is, hey, once we're successful, we want to go and invest in other companies as well. I get that every now and then.
Gotcha.
I can test that a little bit, but that's usually what we like.
Yeah.
And we've had a number of our portfolio companies invest in other companies. I think you invested in
Nano VMs.
Nano VMs. Yep. Thank you. Very, very good. Very good. Mm-hmm. But that's good. It gives you a broader sense of that. And then, is the problem that's being worked on a tough problem, something that's desired to be worked on? The world does not need I don't want to. I've been so wrong on so many different things. Like we're never done in this. Right. So if you can convince me that the world needs another thing, then I'm good. I'm good with that. I certainly don't think that we are oversaturated with solutions. The awareness of what is needed is what's lacking. So I do think there's a lot more room for a lot more innovation, a lot more problems that need to be solved.
Sure. That's great. And we're going to talk more about the future of cyber and what that could look like and kind of the direction you've seen it go in. It probably it's evolved so much just in the last few years as well. So I got your concept then for what you're looking for in the company itself. What about the founders? What about the people that you're investing in? What qualities are you looking for in them?
So I'm looking for, trustworthiness. I'm looking for, can they communicate? Do they have a certain sense of being consistent? So do they say the same thing to an investor that they might say to the media, that they might say to their co-founders, and they might say to their company and their customers? It's really hard to do all that. Imagine if you have children and you're married, you'd like to be able to talk to your kids and your spouse the same way. It's hard to do, right? There's different levels of understanding. There's different level of contact. Yep. It's the same thing. But one of the classic things about being a good CEO and a good founder is to be able to be consistent in message. And the more consistent you are, the more likely everybody else is going to take your message and amplify it and not dilute it with little nuances of what they have. I used to be really against this. Like I never really wanted to give people talking points or tell them what to say. But the reality is the more consistent you can be in what you're doing as a leader, the more likely people are going to hear it and repeat it and move on. So we want all that kind of stuff.
Neat.
I was lucky enough to be somewhat technical and somewhat of a business.
Yep.
So I do like to see commonizations of that in our founders, people who are 100% tech and struggling with communications and leadership and, thinking, being able to take risks and take chances. That's tough. Sometimes it's depending on what you're doing. It's the right person for the right solution though.